Fans worldwide await December with excitement because of the second season of Alchemy of Souls. This incredible fantasy drama has had fans in a spell for the last few months. With the second season set to premiere on December 10th this year, we decided to do a countdown with a character analysis of the incredible cast members with some predictions on what to expect in the second season. Please ensure you stick to the end to find out what to expect from Mudeok in the upcoming season. Alchemy of Souls Season 2 Countdown is bound to be a series with new videos published every Saturday and Sunday until December 10th. If you like this type of content, please make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be among the first to see our content. Thanks. The first installation on this weekly series is the analysis of fans' favorite Mudeok. The character Mudeok was played by the incredibly talented 33-year-old actress Young So-min. Mudeok was a complex character in Alchemy of Souls. She's a hybrid of Naksu and Buyun. She is as witty and sharp as Naksu but unable to use her powers because of the weak body that harbors her soul. On occasion, Buyun, the powerful priestess who originally owned the body, rears her head to get Mudeok and Jang Wook out of tight fits. Like when she saved Jang Wook from Jin Moo's man Gilju who wanted to shift into his body, she showed up for Mudeok when the eunuch wanted to suck the essence of her being out. Mudeok came into existence when Naksu, wounded in her fight with Park Jin, performed Alchemy of Souls to escape Park Jin's men. In her search for a body to dominate, she saw Buyun but pushed her away as she was blind. She later found someone to shift into, but when she ejected their souls with the soul ejector, Buyun was the one who showed up. This means that Buyun was the one who chose Naksu, but the Hong sisters did not explain this in the first season. We hope the writers will explain why and how Naksu ended up in Buyun's body despite casting her away in the upcoming season. Mudeok became a maid and master to Jang Wook because she needed him to reach his full potential and unleash her dormant powers. She played his servant when people were around, but his master when they were alone or training. She was daring, unintentionally funny, cute, and wise. While training Jang Wook, she bonded with him and inadvertently fell in love with him. She fought this love because of her quest for revenge on the people who murdered her father. Remember her perceived love letter to Jang Wook. When Park Jin tricked Jang Wook into reading the Book of Heart, he was not allowed to step out of Sungrim, and this caused a separation between him and Mudeok, as she couldn't stay with him in Sungrim. Mudeok fought tooth and nail to get into Sungrim to be with Jang Wook. But when Jang Wook wanted her to admit her feelings, Mudeok denied her feelings for him. Her bickers with Jang Wook and how she would threaten violence on him only to try to rescue him from every fit endeared her to the audience. Let's remember how she tried to shield Jang Wook with her little body when Jin Moo's man Gilju tried to eject his soul. Jang Wook was her punching bag, no one else was allowed to mess with him. Like how she fought the soul shifter Master Kong with tears in her eyes for messing with Jang Wook when she thought she had lost Jang Wook. She would fight anyone or situation for him only to curse him out, threaten to do him bodily harm, and drive him to an inch of his life. She doesn't mind pleasing or giving out falter just to get what she wants. Like how she declared her love for Seo Yul just to try to master his breathing technique for Jang Wook. Also how she would flatter the crown prince to get her way or get out of a tight situation. These didn't stop these men from loving her daring, funny, wise, and beautiful soul. Jang Wook was the light that shone on the dark sides of Mudeok. Jang Wook's influence taught her to love and care for people. Ultimately, she decided to love and not war by accepting Jang Wook's declaration of love. She gave up her quest to regain her powers to be with Jang Wook, but Jin Moo had other plans. She was manipulated by Jin Moo into fighting and killing those dear to her. She fought with Cho Yun and Dang Gu, who had been there for her as a friend every step of the way, to kill Wu Tak, Jin Cho-yun's father and possibly Bu-yun's father. But one would think the great priestess Bu-yun would have risen to save Wu-tak if he were her father, despite him being in cahoots with Jin Mu in her disappearance. Because of this, fans wonder who Bu-yun's birth father is. Most people speculate that it could be the great Jang Gang because he was the one who resurrected her from the dead in her mother's womb. Mudeok, still under Jin Mu's spell, unleashed her sword on the warriors of Sungrim. She would have been killed or wounded by Park Jin, the great leader of Sungrim, like he did when she was Naxu at the beginning of the series. But Jang Wook intervened, only to be stabbed through the stomach by his love Mudeok. Instinctively knowing that she was under a spell, Jang Wook called out Mudeok's name to get her attention. Mudeok, realizing what she had done, wept sadly, but Jang Wook, despite being in his last minutes, intertwined his hand with her petrifying hand to remind her of his promise of love. Mudeok, falling back into the spell after Jang Wook died, fought with the remaining warriors and flew away from the scene. She finally found herself at the Lake Gyeonggi-ondaeho, where Jin Mu had spelled her to dive in and drown. She dived in to drown but was rescued by two ladies toward the end of the first season. As to what to expect from Mudeok in the upcoming season, a TVN representative explained that the character Mudeok has been petrified as her identity is revealed, so actress Young So-min will not appear in part 2. This could mean that the last scene between Mudeok and Jang Wook was when we witnessed him dying by her sword. Fans should not expect to see Mudeok in the upcoming season as she was petrified. But this might not mean we wouldn't see the actress Young So-min. She could return to the show as a supporting character to play Bu-yun. Fans should not expect to see Jang Wook and Mudeok together. They should instead expect him to be with the real Naxu. Fans should expect to see maybe a few scenes of Mudeok but in remembrance, like how the original Naxu was shown in the past. The only reason fans may not be able to see the actress Young So-min in Season 2 would be if the writers had killed off Bu-yun too, which wouldn't be ideal as fans want to know more about the great priestess Bu-yun. This is to say that if Young So-min is to return to the show as Bu-yun, fans may see a blind Young So-min in action. We sure hope so. The show fans will greatly appreciate any drop of Young So-min. Here's my unpopular opinion. I've always felt like the character Mudeok was a different entity. She wasn't wholly Naxu, nor was she completely Bu-yun. She couldn't use her powers as Naxu, the shadow assassin, neither could she use Bu-yun's powers as the greatest priestess at will. She was the witty, funny, sharp, powerless version of both. That's it for Mudeok's character analysis and predictions. Do you agree with my opinion? Let me know what you think of Mudeok in the comments section. If you'd like to follow the countdown to the Season 2 series, please subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification bell to see our content. Thanks for watching.